Are you suffering from knee arthritis and you're looking for a quick program that you can do while sitting in a chair to help relieve the pain? If you are, then this video has the answers for you. Hi everyone, my name is Will Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today I'm going to be giving you a 5-minute exercise program that you can do from a chair to relieve the symptoms of knee arthritis. Now, knee arthritis is a super common problem. I see people every single day suffering with it. Most of them are over 50, and it's categorized by cartilage loss inside the knee. It's part of the aging process, but for some people it causes stiffness, pain, giving way of the knee, and a host of other horrible symptoms. Now, the good thing about knee arthritis is if you do the right things, you can improve the symptoms in most circumstances. One of the bad things about it is some of the people I see are very disabled by it and they feel they can't walk very far, they can't go to the gym, and they can't do any of the other exercises online because their knee hurts too much. Well, for these people, this video is perfect. I'm going to be showing you a really simple, hopefully pain-free exercise routine you can do from the chair, which will relieve the symptoms. Now, we're going to have a look at the exercises in a moment, but before we do that, if you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel because it really helps me reach more people just like you. Now that's been said, let's have a look at the exercise program. So here is a very simple 4-step exercise program that you can use to relieve the symptoms of knee arthritis from a chair. So there's going to be 4 exercises we're going to go through. As I mentioned before, the only thing you need to make these work are a couple of resistance bands, preferably very strong ones. You can pick them up quite easily on Amazon for a few pounds. So let's look at the exercises in turn. So the first exercise we're going to do is called active knee range of motion. Now this is a super important exercise for reducing knee stiffness. So let's pretend that it's my right knee here, which is arthritic. All I'm going to do is I'm going to sit normally in the chair and I'm going to do 2 things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my foot forward, keeping my foot in contact with the floor. And then when I've reached about the limits of where my heel can go before it comes off the floor, I'm going to start to pull the foot back and I'm going to slide it back behind me as far as I can. So all we're doing here is we're just bending and then straightening the knee, sliding it along the floor. Now what this does is it almost lubricates the knee. It helps the synovial fluid within the knee joint to basically self-lubricate. Okay? Synovial fluid is like the body's version of WD-40. It helps joints move. And by taking the knee through its natural range of motion, we're going to get that fluid flowing and we're going to get the fluid doing its job. What I would recommend you do is you try and do somewhere between 10 and 15 of those in a row before moving on. Now you've done those, you're going to move on to the next one. And the second exercise we're going to do is called knee extension. Now knee extension is an important movement which is made by the quadriceps, which are your thigh muscles. Super important muscle group for knee function. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to sit in the chair leaning backwards and we're going to straighten the knee, this time lifting the foot off the floor. And when we get to this point where it's at its maximum straightness, we're going to pull the toes back towards us and really squeeze this thigh muscle here. So you might find it helps to try and push down into the chair with your whole leg. And you should feel this muscle here, this muscle, the thigh muscle, tighten up very tight when you do this. So pulling your toes up towards you helps to engage this muscle better. So you want to pull, hold for 5 seconds, and then relax the leg back down. Okay, so we're going to bend it back to about 90 degrees. Then we go again. So we go up, pull towards you, really focus on the mind-muscle connection, getting this muscle to engage, contract for 5 seconds, and then relax. Again, we're going to repeat somewhere between 10 and 15 of these in a row, and that will be really good for waking up this muscle so it can support the knee a bit better. The next exercise we're going to do is a stretch for a muscle in the calf called the gastrocnemius. And this is a very important muscle when it comes to knee arthritis, because if it gets tight, it compresses the knee and aggravates knee arthritis. So this is the first exercise we need a band for. So I've got a nice, strong resistance band here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lasso it just around the front of my foot. So it's just wrapped around the toes on the foot, which is painful. Okay, I'm holding the ends of the band in both hands. Now I'm going to lean back so I can extend my leg while still holding on to the band. And now I'm in this position, I'm going to pull on the band to pull my toes towards me. Now, if you're doing this correctly, what you should feel is a pull at the back of the calf, like a stretching sensation. Once I've got that stretch, all I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it still for a minimum of 30 seconds. Okay, so 30 seconds is a bit longer than it feels like, so it might help to time this. And you're just going to hold it still. If you can, you're going to try and let your foot relax back further. Now, once you've done your 30 seconds, you're just going to shake the foot off, and you might repeat that 2 or 3 times in a row. That's to relieve the calf tension and to relieve some of the pressure on the knee. Now, once you've done that, we're going to do the last exercise. And for this exercise, you need another length of band, but this time we're going to tie this one into a knot. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to put our knees together. We're going to loop the band underneath the legs, keeping the knees together, and then we're going to do a double knot of the band just above the knee. Tie it nice and tight so no movement's going to happen. When you've got your legs tied together like this, make sure no one walks in on you like this. You're going to take your feet slightly apart, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to push your knees out into the band as if you're trying to split the band apart. Now, this isn't actually a knee exercise. This is a hip exercise, okay? It works a set of muscles called the gluteals, which are very important, not just for hip function, but for the alignment of the whole leg. And if these muscles are not working well, research has shown that there's an incredible amount of pressure put on the knees. So to make this exercise work and to work these muscles, you're going to push out into the band, hold for 5 seconds just to get that contraction. I can feel it working now. And then slowly allow the knees to come back together. Again, repeat this 10 or 15 times in a row. Once you've done that, you've finished your knee program. So that's all you need to do. But what I usually recommend to people is they try and repeat this whole sequence 2 or 3 times a day. Try that for 6 weeks, and for most people, their knee arthritis symptoms will have improved. So that's my 5-minute knee arthritis chair exercise program. I hope you found that useful. It's the exact program I give to people in the clinic if they can't walk very far, if they can't do any weight-bearing exercises, and they want something simple they can do from a chair. It's perfect for most people. Of course, before you start any new exercise program, get checked out by your healthcare professional first. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this content and you want to get more from me, please feel free to pick up a copy of my book. It's called Thriving Beyond 50, and you can find it using the Amazon link below this video. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next one.